Well, one of the most controversial prison riots in U.S. history occurred 40 years ago. Now an historic panel of witnesses and survivors of the Attica uprisings is meeting to help heal old wounds. News 4's Al Vaughters was at today's conference and joins us with the latest. Al?
Jackie, 43 people were killed in the Attica uprising, the deadliest prison riot in U.S. history. The state paid out more than $24 million in settlements to the families of inmates and corrections officers that were killed. And the UB Law School is holding a 3-day conference to see how that has changed New York's prisons.
It was horrible. I thought we were all going to die in that prison.
Raw emotions still seething from the nation's deadliest prison riot 40 years ago. The inmates took over the prison on September 9, 1971, until state police retook Attica 4 days later, killing inmates and corrections officers who were taken hostage. Melvin Marshall was only 19, in prison on a parole violation, and tearfully recalled the first 2 prisoners to go down, one who attacked the state police, the second who tried to stop him.
Saved a lot of hostages from being hurt because Tommy had it in his mind that he was going to kill as many people as he could before they killed him.
Former corrections officer Michael Smith was shot 4 times by state police, but was saved by an inmate and a fellow officer.
The correction officer reached down, pushed the trooper's gun up out of the way into the air and said, "Don't shoot, he's one of ours."
That same trooper then turned his shotgun on the inmate who saved Smith earlier from other prisoners.
And Noble said, "Mike, tell him who I am and what I did for you." And I said, "Don't shoot, his name's Don Noble," and he saved my life.
D. Quinn Miller's father, Bill Quinn, was the only corrections officer killed by inmates. 10 other COs were killed by state police. Miller leads a group of corrections officer survivors called the Forgotten Victims of Attica, who won a $12 million out-of-court settlement from the state. Inmate survivors received their settlement earlier.
We are the employees of the state of New York who, in 1971, were very expendable. I mean, frankly, everybody was expendable in that yard that day.
Now, many of Attica's survivors believe to this day that carnage could have been avoided if then Governor Nelson Rockefeller had given negotiators a little more time to reach a peaceful settlement.